How many times have you heard that story where someone gets financially successful, whether they win the lottery, start their business, whatever, they get a lot of money, right? And then they end up going to a beach, lying down, and being like, is this it? Is this all I've worked for? Is this everything that I aspired for up till now? So I can now step back and be like, oh, I'm on a beach, I'm relaxing. Is this the dream? I bet you've heard this story 1,000 times, whether it's like Tyson Fury, for example. He became heavyweight champion of the world, and he then went into a depression, suicide kind of period of his life, where he's just like he's aimless and he has no drive in life. And he has told his story of him like being in his Ferrari, driving into like going towards a bridge at full speed in his Ferrari, wanting to commit suicide until a voice in his head said, "No, don't do this. Basically, stop." Happiness comes from doing something you deem as important. It's not the having, it's the doing. Think about it like this, right? You do that, you get the success, you go to the beach, you lie down. Like, how much, like realistically, how much can you actually beach? How much can you lie there and get tanned? How much can you eat at restaurants? Like, you can be in the south of France, you've never been in south of France, go to the south of France. You go there, you go to every single Michelin star restaurant there, you have a yacht, you have like the finest hotels that you're staying at with the best service. Okay, you do this for like a month, you do this for 2 months, you do this for 3 months, you do this for 4 months, you do it for 6 months, you do it for a year. At some point you'll get bored, right? You can probably tell right now, like, I'm not saying that there's anything like going to differ. You're going to the best places, you're constantly doing these different things, right? And you're just like, okay, yeah, I've made it. Obviously you feel cushy, you feel comfy, but you're just like, at the same time, you're like, is this it? Is this what my life is now? I just eat, I just drink, I just get tanned. Think about it from that perspective. But if you were to apply yourself towards something, like the people who like eventually get loads of money and then they say, they get interviewed and stuff like that, and they kind of like report back on their life. They always say, it was the journey. That's what if I could go back any time, it would be this period where I was building my business, because man, it was super successful. Like, it's just the money, it seems cool and it seems like, yeah, this is what I want, probably because you're in a broke situation right now and you're struggling. But you have to think longer term than just, all right, I have money now what do I do? Like, you're going to spend time doing this. Yeah, you can have a vacation, you can have a little bit of a break every now and then, of course, but there should be something you still commit to long term. Like, look at all these artists. Let's just say Drake, for example, right? This brother never needs to work a single day in his life ever again, but he still pumps out music. One, because this is all he knows. He like makes music. And two, like, what else is he gonna do? Just what I mean? He's fucked all the bitches. He's ate all the fantastic food, Michelin star food. He's drank all the drink. He's gone to all the strip clubs. Like, imagine that's his life for the rest of his life now. Eventually, don't get me wrong, it'd be fantastic in the short term, but in the long term, there will become a day like, okay, I'm sick of all these big booty bitches like rubbing their big booties in my face. There will come a day like that, trust me. Like, I know it sounds fucking appealing, it sounds freaking incredible in the short term, but in the long term, there will be a day when it's like, all right, I'm done with this shitty arsehole in my face. I'm done with all this massive amount of alcohol coming in the house and stuff. I'm sick of all these people just around me, like wanting to be a part of me and stuff like that. It'll come a day where it becomes boring. So what does he do? He makes more music, because that is his like purpose now. This is his like thing that he's set up for himself, that he can literally do till he dies, because he's like, one, he finds fulfillment in it. There's a creative process. Maybe he's a creative person, like wired that way, and he can just keep doing what he wants to do. This is why, like, people who are into self-improvement, they can keep reading, they can keep learning, they keep doing things, applying these things. This is why, like, these YouTube videos I can keep making for the rest of my life, because the more I learn, the more I can share. And there'll be things I learn at 25, or I've learned at 25, that I never knew, and that I've never known up until that point. But then that lesson from 25 to 35 At 35, I've learned something so completely new that my 25-year-old self wouldn't even know. It would go over his head, for example. And now I'm learning that, and I can share that as well for like my audience that grows with me over the years, type of thing. This is what is possible when you just commit to something that you deem important. So, going back to the line I said, happiness comes down to doing something that you deem important. This could be fatherhood. This could be personal development. This could be inspiring someone. This could be helping someone. This could be building a business that, or a charity that saves people or massively benefits them. I don't know what it is for you. You have to kind of figure that out for yourself. You need to go on your own journey of self-discovery and figure out what you like, what you don't like, align with your personality. But then once you do, it's a good idea to commit to it for the rest of your life, until literally till the day you die. Because literally, what else do you do? What else are you going to do? Think about all the people who retire from their work just normally, not even the massively successful people. Do you know the stats on people who actually die like very soon after their retirement? It's not like one or two, it's a lot of people. And I have a theory, because it's like they just haven't, that they've been working for 40, 50 years, and now all of a sudden they've got all this massive amount of free time. Their brain and their body just doesn't know what to do with it all, because they're not, like, they haven't decided, they haven't committed to something. There's a phrase I've heard, you need to retire to something, not away from everything. So if you are going to retire, have something that you're passionate about, whether it's like woodwork, for example, even something like that, something so small, but like you go out every day, you wake up, you're like, oh man, I'm building this fucking table, it's going to be sick. And you spend like a year building this one table, you sell it for like £100, it doesn't matter, it's your passion project, it's something you can commit to, right? It could be art, it could be personal development, it could be writing books, it could be writing movie scripts, who knows? But whatever it is, it could be something you could be doing for the rest of your life. That's what you want to kind of aim for. And doing that will be the happiness that you're looking for.